Oh, I failed again. I do it every time. I thought I was doing so swift to getting the music turned off all by myself. But oh yeah, we're here. Hello. Welcome everybody to Monday. It is September 12th. My mind is blown that we are already almost to mid-September. Like anybody else just feeling like things are just going way too fast. Like it was just September 1st, for crying out loud. Where did it go? Yes. Oh, anyway, so here we are. Welcome everyone. I am Danny Ackerman. I am the Niche Lady. We do this every Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And this is my co-host, Bougie. He is the reason that I started just a wee bit late because I tried to like move him in frame and he flew off across the room and I had to go catch the bird. Yes, I did, because you are a very, very naughty bird. Tell everybody how naughty you are. Are you naughty? He plays peekaboo really well. Oh, and I'm supposed to have a pistachio ready. Rachel gets on my case. Mom, you can't ask him to do that really cute stuff and not reward him. So now he's like, no, see, he sees me getting the pistachio ready for him over here. So this is his reward for being a good bird. Yeah. Take a bite. Just take a bite. That was my finger. I know he's used to me giving him the whole thing. So there we go. That's why I give him the whole thing. Oh, goodness. All right. So some of you are already commenting on my topic of today. And, sometimes I don't know what I'm going to talk about on Mondays. I really don't plan these out except when I have a guest, because obviously I have to invite them and we have to do all that. So I don't really know what the topic du jour is going to be. But today, this one just kind of came to me because I started this day just having a really bad day. I was feeling like a rotten mom. I was feeling like a rotten employer. I was feeling like a rotten reseller. I was just feeling like things just were like, I needed to relook at the way things were going because things were happening. I'm like, no, this is not okay. This is not okay. And I'm a huge take accountability for the things that are happening, because if I don't believe that I have the power to change things, then I'm just a victim of circumstance, and I refuse to be a victim of circumstance. So I take everything very, very much to heart and like, what can I do to make this better? How can I change this? How can I fix this? How can I plan B this, as it were? So this morning was rough, and it was rough on a few different levels, and it was kind of like, you can see I haven't even put makeup on today because I really I cried this morning. I cry sometimes because sometimes that's just the best way to handle it. The best way to handle it, just to allow yourself the moment to be in that moment and get the blah out and then move forward. Because sometimes you just got to get the blah out. And you can quote me on that. Go ahead. Turn that into a meme. I dare you. Let's see what you all are saying over here in the chat. I'm ferociously behind in the chat. Ferociously. Not only that, I'm really, really, really behind in the chat. And I'm out on social media. I'm out on a lot of social media. So I absolutely watch this theme come up. So I thought it was something worth discussing, talking about, from a reseller aspect to just handling everything that we have to handle in our personal lives, and especially moms. Let's give the moms a moment here. Because moms, we get a lot. And I think the biggest difference between most moms and dads, and I'm generalizing a little bit here, even when there is a 2-parent household, moms still take on the guilt. Correct me if I'm wrong. It seems to me that most dads are very secure in their parenting and they just believe in what they're doing, where moms second guess themselves. They look at how the kids react and like, oh my gosh, was that the right thing to do? Am I messing them up? Am I turning them into brats? Am I turning them into, we go through all of that, right? We also want our kids to like us, not just love us. We want our kids to like us, but there's a very fine line between being their friend and being their parent. And so that's a struggle. It's a constant struggle around here. And then you add being a single parent with a very, very hands-off co-parent, who I use that term very, very loosely in my case. It's all falls on my shoulders. And then the added element of being a single parent is that kids have a choice. Like, if you are the parent you think you should be and you do things to create these amazing adults, they've got the option of saying, you know what, mom sucks, I'm going to go live with dad, where there is no rules and boundaries and that kind of thing. So that's always like a constant fear of balancing being the parent and keeping the kids here. Like, anybody relate to that? Am I the only one? The items behind me were my live sale, which happened on Friday. So that's kind of my routine is I do my Friday live sale, then the things go. Now I will set this up for my Whatnot sale that's happening an hour after I get done here. So my Whatnot sales are 3 p.m. on Monday. So I'll just this is kind of my rotating, like where my sales stuff goes. So that's why it's kind of empty right now. And I'm working on my office and moving stuff around. It's a Garfield kind of Monday. There we go. See how far behind I am in the chat? How far behind I am. Let's see what else you guys are saying. My bad day was a fraud situation with Walmart. Calls and calls, visit to my bank. I might have my money back within a week and I'm moving. Oh my gosh, that's a frustration. That is I feel your pain. I like that kind of stuff makes me absolutely bonkers. Even though it gets resolved, the time spent, because you can never get time back. Never get time back. Let's see what else is happening here. I'm not exactly sure what that word is there, but I like it. Singing your lungs out helps. I get that. I like to sing too. Yeah, I see you. I know. I knew you meant lungs. Didn't go to the real job this morning. Been fighting tears all day. See, I am not the only one. And I don't know if, here on the West Coast, we're going through a tropical storm. So maybe there's a little something to the whole, barometric pressure changes. And I have to tell you a funny thing along that. So yesterday is when our storm kind of rolled in. We knew it was coming because, Southern California has been getting hit pretty hard, and then it usually rolls this way. So those who have these on their cars know. So mine are the tires with the sensors that tell you when the pressure gets low. And so I got in the car yesterday morning and the sensor was on. And I'm always told that when the sensor comes on, it means it's really low. Like, it's not just a little low. It's like you need to put air in your tire low. And so I'm like, okay, we won't really go anywhere today. And then this morning, took Noah to the chiropractor. And I'm like, let's just bip down here to Discount Tires and go get air in the tires. And we got there and the line was around the building. And so I had to do it. I had to just sit it out. We were in line for like 15 minutes. They had 2 stations putting air in tires. That's how many people there was. And I get up there and I asked the guy, I said, change in weather, everybody's sensors went off, didn't they? And he goes, yep. Like all of a sudden, everybody realized you got low air. But and it's so funny when you think about it, even like 10, 20 years ago, sounds insane to say, but 10, 20 years ago, we just looked at the tires. We kicked the tires like, yeah, we probably should put some air in that tire. We didn't have sensors to tell us to go run and go put air in your tires. But here we are. Here we are in this age. I'm a telling you. Women in general tend to internalize. Men are better at externalizing. I guess that could be true. Yes, Rosie's Closet. Yes. Special needs parenting makes it even harder too. Absolutely. I always, you guys know, Noah is an amazing kid. Like Noah, just like, I'm so blessed. I am so blessed. And, but he is on the spectrum, and kids on the spectrum do not respond to things the same way. They don't process things the same way. And like, that was one of the battles this morning, is like, he did not get the trash cans out to the street. And his logic was, well, number one, he procrastinates really bad. And I will, mom. But then he waits until I'm after bed, and I can't check up on it till I get up in the morning. And then I'm running like, I did get one of them out in time, but the other one had already come and gone. And recycle versus regular trash. And so he goes, well, the gate was shut and I couldn't open it. Like, honey, the opener, I'm not gonna say it out here in public where I keep the opener, but like the opener was, he goes, oh, it was? And I'm like, yes, dear, we can always open the gate. Like, but his brain doesn't process things that way. And I was upset. I was frustrated with him, but I could see it on his face. Like, he didn't mean it. Like, he didn't mean, he's like, I'm sorry, mom. Like, oh. And then I just feel like, I got upset with him. And it's like, this is, and so this gets into the topic du jour today, is that I looked at that and I'm like, okay, I know this about him. I know this is not a one-time event going through this thing with him. So my job is then to look at, like, how can we take this situation and make sure it never happens again? And this is the same thing. I'm using this as the example for in our business, in our lives. If we have something that kind of happens more than once, those are the things you have to look at and go, I probably have a little control over making sure this doesn't happen again. And so those are the things that we have to look at and be proactive so that we don't let them turn into bad day moments. Can you guys give me some examples and some of you may not want to call yourselves out on this, but give me some examples of something that has happened more than once in your business, in your day-to-day. And with us, because we're excuse me, because we're work from home entrepreneurs, our work life and our life are really intermingled. I mean, I think I can speak for most of us that we don't just sit and work an 8-hour day and then go do our family stuff. Like, it's I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do my shipping labels. Oh, and then I got to go, pick the kids up from school or do this or do that. It's a kind of a back and forth intermingled thing. So give me some examples of things that you're agitated over and over and over. Like, it's happened more than once. And let's see if we can problem solve some of those today. Let's see if collectively, because we're now, like, let's just say we're in the boardroom. This is a company input kind of a thing. And I think that's what's really important, is that we have these social structures and the support system around us. And I think my live chat crew over here is like one of the best at being supportive and helpful and problem solving. So if you've got a thing, let's look at that today. Let's see what other things are going. And I'm streaming over to my friends on Facebook as well. So you may hear me refer to a Facebook comment. Don't worry, Facebook people. I am seeing your comments as well. Yeah, Susan says, being a single parent herself, I learned the hard way. Tough love works the best. Wish I could have been strong enough to do it. Yeah, right? That's that wrestle. Like we know the right way to do something. I shouldn't say the right way. There is no one way. But we know the way that we feel like we want to do it. But then actually doing it becomes like you wrestle in your head and you've got the what ifs and the, in my case, it is having one of my kids say they don't want to be here anymore because it's happened. I've already lived through this. So for me, it's kind of a little bit of a PTSD thing. Like I know what could happen. So I'm super, super cautious. Chelsea found a Quarry Critter today. I know this is a little off topic, but you guys know how I love the Quarry Critters. Someone tried to paint it. Any idea how I can save it? I would try something like nail polish first. Just do it on a little corner and see what happens. Oh, goodness. Mom guilt is a huge struggle, right? It is. Oh my gosh. I will go back and catch up. I will go back and catch up on all these comments. I truly will. But I don't want to get too far behind in the comments as well, because I did ask a question and now I want to address it. So let's see. Kathy, you're agitated, asked for help with something I can't do 3 times and no results. What is the thing? What is the thing, Kathy? Is it like something you have to have somebody personally there with you to help you with that? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Cheryl's shiny squirrel. I absolutely understand the starting too many projects, and I am with you. I am totally ADHD, and it's one of the issues I have with editing video is like after I can't hyper focus on anything, and so I'll edit, and then I got to go like read an email or something. And then I'll go edit some more. And then I got to go, because that's how my brain works. I wish I could just sit and just knock it out, but I can't. And so I'm really, really super aware. And maybe this will help you too, because you're obviously aware that you have this going on. So I am very, very, very careful about what projects I add. And I still add too many. But I have one here. I have one right here every day. I'm making my bad. I'm making lists, writing it down on paper and checking it off as I get done so that I can focus and go, okay, this was the order of what is important for me to do today. And I need to make sure that I'm doing the most important first, and then I can get to like those extras if there's time and I still want to. So that's a thing for me. I see you down there. What are you doing down there? What? Oh, you just flew up to my hand for the first time. That's so exciting, Boosh. Hi. How are you? Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance? Your turn. No, I know you want to go for my shoulder. You cannot. We're going to put you back over here though, okay? That's so exciting, little dude. You're starting to fly. I love it. Let's see. Let me get back to the chat here. It was a very exciting moment for me. For me, the bad day thing, all I got to do is go hang out with one of my animals. Literally, like, that's what I do. If I need to just get my mind off of things, I go hug a tortoise. They don't really appreciate that though. Or I stare in my fish tank and count, my corals and check on everybody. Or I play with Boosh, because Boosh plays back. He plays peekaboo. We do tickle tickle, and he dances. All right, let's see. People think when you are home, you have time to call you or want you to go to lunch, etc. I'm working. Oh, goodness gracious, Mary Lou. Like, that's a big one. That's a biggie. And I have trouble ignoring the phone, but you must. You absolutely must. I will look over and see, is it one of my kids, or is it something that, if I'm expecting a delivery, and, that I will address, but anything else, it waits. Leave a voicemail for me so that I can decide whether or not I'm calling you back. But yep, you got to be tough about that. I'm taking care of 88-year-old dad, and 90% of my time, dad hates clutter. Inventory is clutter. But you can organize your inventory in a fashion where it doesn't appear as clutter, if that's a big issue. Tubs, stacked tubs, very nicely put up shelves where it looks like decor. So that's a problem you could solve. It starts looking like clutter when it's disorganized. Then that gets on my brain too. I do not like clutter. And so that's when I work on very, very hard. Oh, your kids are all adults and you're still plagued by mom guilt, right? It's a thing. It's a thing. I'm frustrated when the platforms don't offer a phone number to call and talk to a live person. A lot of times my questions are lost in chat or emails. Yeah, unfortunately, companies, because that person costs money to put out on the payroll. So most big companies have cut out that customer service person in place of bots, because you got to realize too that probably 90% of the calls that they get can be answered with a go to this page or a bot answer. So I do understand it, but I do feel like they need to at least have one person that's there to take the calls that the questions don't answer. And I think if you got to work a little hard, like Amazon, really tough to get like Amazon on the phone. Who's the other one I just had to deal with recently? Amazon's the big. I've been dealing with Amazon a lot over delivery issues. There was another one that I was like, and it kept taking me to like the just go here kind of thing, and it was very, very frustrating. But yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Let's see. So, Joe, I just want to address this. Being on the verge of bankruptcy, we see bankruptcy as like this huge shame. And I'm going to tell you, I have filed bankruptcy because sometimes it is the answer. For me, it was due to the divorce and some pretty crappy divorce lawyers that put all of our business debt onto me. Like, he wasn't responsible for one penny of the business. And so we're talking tens of thousands of dollars of creditors. And there was like, there's no way I would have spent the rest of my life digging out of that. So bankruptcy was an absolute necessity. And I can tell you that if and when you make the decision and it's something that is warranted, it is like a fresh start. It is like the key is don't get yourself back into debt. You have to take the classes and learn not to follow the patterns that got you there. In my case, it wasn't a pattern. It was a failed business due to a divorce. But sometimes, people have like just tremendous medical bills that you're never going to be able to pay off. Like, you'll spend the rest of your life. Just bankruptcy can be the option to start fresh. And there is no shame. I know out there will people that will try to shame you for it. It is just simply a financial option. It is a decision. And the companies that you owe the money to get to take it as a write-off. So it's not like obviously if everybody filed bankruptcy and didn't pay their bill, it'd be a problem. But we all know that not everybody wants to file bankruptcy. It is something you come to as a last resort. But I just want you to know that I've done it. And if you need to do it, don't feel ashamed that you have to do that. Yeah, usually if you just send something to creditors, whatever you can, if you absolutely want to keep paying, then just communication. Let's see. Like I said, I'm going to go back. Some of you have some pretty long answers in here, so I will go back. Oh, oopsie, Cheryl. I was just reading about how you turn the water on and then you forget and then you go back. Yep. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip ahead a little bit because I feel like you guys have been saying stuff that I need to get back on top of. Let me just address this because a lot of you are saying, you have a lot of things that you go. So I feel like sometimes we have this need to feel like we're always doing something. Can anybody relate to that? We feel like if we don't do this huge list of things today, that somehow we shame ourselves. We're like, gosh darn it, you just are a loser because you didn't get all of that done. And I say this, and I've said this before, is you need to celebrate your wins. And that is one of the I'm not going to hold up the paper again because I don't want Bougie to go flying. But that is one of the reasons I make the list too, because then I have this tangible check. Like right now, let's see, wait a minute. That's done. That's done. That's done. I'm doing that right now. Oh, that's done. And that's done. I've already checked off 6 things on my list of 8 things. And then you can look at it and go, oh, wow, I did all that. And sometimes we forget to acknowledge that we actually have done a lot of stuff, but instead we like to beat ourselves up. I know I'm talking to a lot of you out there that you like to should on yourself. Yes, you do. We do that a lot, right? Right, you guys? Who does that? Who shoulds on theirself? I'm going back up just a little bit. Oh, yeah, I had the crap. Oh, my gosh, Darlene, you have no idea how crappy my lawyer was. My lawyer showed up high on pain pills to my settlement hearing and literally cut it short right as I was on the verge of winning my point. The judge was completely in my favor. And he goes, oh, I have an appointment I have to get to. Can we continue this? My lawyer did that. And we continued it out. I think it was 5 or 6 weeks, which gave my ex time to go strategize his finances. Came back with a completely different portfolio. And yeah, I got. And then I still have the voicemail of him threatening me. Literally yelling at and threatening me when I told him he was doing a crappy job. I didn't tell him you're doing a crappy job, but I questioned the way he was doing it, and he got irate. Oh my gosh, he was a dude. He has lost his law license, by the way. He is no longer a practicing lawyer in Vegas because I was not the only one that had problems with him. But at the time, it's what I had and what I went through. Right, Cheryl? Thank you for saying that. Thank you. It is not the shame that everybody puts on it. It's simply a financial decision. That's it. It's it. That's all it is. But it is a weight. It is a weight. You know what though? So what? Having too much debt is not good for your credit. And being late on your payments is not good for your credit. So at least the bankruptcy, wiping it out, creditors see that as like, oh, okay, they're starting fresh. And there's so many companies that will now work with people who have filed bankruptcy. Like, it's not what it used to be. It's not what it used to be. Yep. Yep. I'm okay with it staying on my credit for 7 years or 10 years or whatever it is. It really, you can overcome it. I've already, when I first filed, I was like, oh gosh, that was the whole thing with my leaving, one house. I was so thankful to get the last house that I moved into. And I told her I've got a bankruptcy and I just filed and blah, blah, blah. And she was fine with because they don't people understand. Bankruptcy is something that is clearly understood. And 2020 changed the perception of financial issues so substantially. I don't know very many people who didn't have some sort of financial struggles since 2020 and the job market being messed up and businesses being closed and everybody's going through it. So people understand. They understand now. It used to be a lot worse. You were some loser if you had to file bankruptcy. It's not like that anymore. And now it can just take a big weight off of your shoulders if you are buried under debt. Like I said, though, the trick is don't get yourself back into debt. That's the trick. Yeah, several of you are saying that you file it's it is what it is. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Got to do it. All right. You guys are agreeing. I think you're agreeing to the fact that you're shooting on yourself, right? Oh, goodness. Totally makes sense, Cheryl. I got you. Ooh, she does make me happy. He starts playing peekaboo at 6 o'clock in the morning, though, and that's not okay. I don't know if he sees me rustle, I'm kind of in that, I'm just waking up state, and I think he sees the covers move, and to him, curtains and covers, and if I go, peekaboo. So it's kind of like that thing for him. I used a lawyer for my bankruptcy. Yes, I did indeed. And now it's that's been my struggle with, I've been getting told that, well, you need to get a credit card. You need to reestablish your credit. And I don't want a credit card. I didn't even have any credit card debt when I filed. I've never been a big believer in credit cards. I'm very, very big on Dave Ramsey's teachings of you save up and you buy it when you have the money. That's kind of my modus operandi, because I've been in that credit card debt situation before, way earlier in life. And I swore I was never going to get there again because it's just too easy mentally for us to think, oh, I can just put that on a card. Oh, I can just put that on a card. And then before you know it, you have all these balances and it's eating you alive. But in order to establish and have a credit rating, you must get a credit card. So that was, I was kind of happy the other day. Kohl's offered me one. And at the same time, because they accepted me, they gave me a 35% discount on my entire purchase, which saved me over $100. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can go for this. So that's why I was a little happy. It's a low balance, and I can't get into too much trouble. Interest is money down a rat hole. It sure is. It absolutely is. I hate, and like, if I were to try to go buy a car right now, they'd try to nail me at like a 22% interest rate. And I have walked away from that. I'm like, oh, hell no. Oh, and I just swore. But yeah, no, there's no way I would give that much, for credit. So that's why I drive a little beater car. I drive a car that I saved up and I paid cash. I paid $5,000 cash for my little Kia Soul. And it's been tempting because I have been offered $8,000 to $10,000 for that car. But then I'm like, but then I have to turn that back into a car where I'd have to have a payment. And I just don't want to have a payment. But I may get to the point of needing to have a payment just because I need a bigger vehicle. But that's a whole nother story. Because now I'm looking at how much am I spending on paying for delivery people to bring stuff home for me and that kind of thing. And like, if I had that money and had my own truck to do, all that good stuff. Did I tell you guys I have a surprise today? You guys remember this bucket? Those of you who know that your names are in this bucket probably know what that bucket is. So I am drawing another name for the free ticket to the Boss Reseller Remix that is happening October 11th through the 13th here in Las Vegas. It is the venue for it is, and I know I saw Kathy in here. The venue for it is the Blind Center of Nevada, which is about 2 miles from downtown. And so that's why everybody is staying in one of the downtown hotels, because it's very, very easy to get back and forth to the Blind Center. But what happened was one of my winners from last week is not able to make it out to Vegas. So I am going to pick another name today. I'm going to pick another winner today. And hopefully it will be someone who can get out here to Las Vegas. Just thought I would let you guys know. Now, someone did comment to me also how it wasn't fair when I gave away the virtual tickets last week that I was also drawing them out of this bucket, because what I had said is don't enter the contest unless you are able to make it to Vegas. So there are people who did not enter who would actually love a virtual ticket. So let me tell you, I am going to do another contest for the virtual tickets. I'm going to give away 2 more virtual tickets to the Boss Reseller Remix. So there will be some clues hidden. It won't be in tomorrow's video because I've already finished editing that one. It will be in Wednesday and Thursday's videos. So you must watch Wednesday and Thursday's videos to find the clues to send in as your entry if you would like to win a virtual ticket. So be watching for that. And of course, when you watch the video, I'm going to be talking about it again. Yuppers. Can't the virtual trade in? What do you mean by that? 365 vintage hunter. What did I just say? Goodness. Yes, so there will be 2 more chances to win the virtual ticket, and I am going to draw for the in-person ticket today. So you have time to get your flight or figure out your travel plans and reserve a room and all of that. Yes, indeed. All right, so I did not see any problems coming through. Nobody has anything that causes them to have a bad day that we can problem solve for you? Everybody's good? I got this little fuzzy like floating around in here. Go away. Go away. Are you a bug or a fuzzy? I don't even know. I think it's a bougie dander. You spreading your dander? Where are you preening back there? Is that what you're doing? Yeah. Stretch. Ooh, yoga. Okay. I was drawn and emailed you and haven't heard back. Mary Wagner, check your spam folder because everybody has been contacted. I have emailed everybody who won their tickets last week. So and that's for anybody. If you ever email me and you're expecting to hear an answer back, check your spam, or if you're in Gmail, there's a promotions folder. Anything that tends to have like a link in it could get filtered into one of those other tabs. So make sure you're checking those. Really, really make sure you're checking those. Mercury is in retrograde. Is that what it is? Oh my goodness. I swear that happens way too often. How come that happens so often? Goodness gracious. Bougie is a Quaker parrot, also known as a monk parrot. Oh, Jen, that's awesome. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Teresa says my mental health has not been great today. You know what? Sometimes we just have those days. Honestly, mine wasn't great this morning either. Mine was a little on edge. You know, I am fortunate. And this is another thing. Make sure you have a support system. I mean, I have a Carrie. Everybody needs a Carrie in their life. You know, a non-judgmental, open-minded, loving ear to that she doesn't, well, she tries to fix it sometimes, but she knows when it's fixable and when it's not. And sometimes she just offers a hug because she knows it's like, I just needed to be heard. And I just needed if you can find that friend, if you can find that Carrie in your life, let me tell you, it will make all the difference in the world in your mental status. Like she's going away for a couple of weeks and I'm like, cause I need my Carrie fix like every day. But that's okay. She'll answer texts. Well, Darlene, you should come to Vegas just for the parties. Why not? Why not? You did nothing. Okay, Mary. Okay, well, never fear, Mary. We will get that dealt with. We will get that dealt with. I have passed all the winners' names over to Katie and Vicky to get you into. They have a special Facebook group and all, like it's all handed over after that. So I will nudge them again and see where that process is. Oh my goodness. Are you serious, Crystal? Oh, so just in case anybody doesn't know, Rosie's Closet is Crystal and her husband is Angel, who has been the one who has helped me with my scorpion problem. They are absolutely amazing friends. And so let me just, if you haven't gone and subscribed to Rosie's Closet, please do so. Help her become a monetized YouTuber. But your bad day started with SSI deciding your child was no longer disabled, even though her condition is not curable, on the phone for over 2 hours this morning. Yet dealing with bureaucracy has got to be one of the most frustrating things. Like, how do they just make these decisions? How do they do this? Like, that is crazy. That is absolutely nutso. I hope that gets resolved. That, or I hope your channel and your reselling business takes off so good you can tell SSI to stuff it. There's the plan B. There is always that. You know what? I actually don't depend on scheduled pickup. I just don't. I haven't for a couple of years now because of eBay being so firm about their late shipment rate. eBay packages get dropped off at the post office for me. And it's sad. We should be able to count on that service, but 'tis not to be. So those that like say you can't get to the post office, you can't. So another way around that is, do you have a neighbor? Do you have somebody that you could throw, a few bucks at to go drop off your packages and get that scan for you? There is that. Oh, excellent, Donna. Thank you. Yep, there's invoicing going on as we speak. Actually, we've had some help stepping in because Carrie is going away. So Normally those invoices would have all been out already, but there's a little teaching going on over there. So, but you will get your invoice today. You're shocked seeing so many are getting in trouble because of medical bills. Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started on our medical industry. That's a whole sideshow in and of itself. But yeah, not happy about the way things are with that. Not having enough room in my office space for the estate consignments I get. I either pay $1,000 in rent or $3,500 in rent, no space in between. It has cost me business. So how much office space do you have, Chelsea? And would the answer be getting things to move, sell quicker? It's hard to say without knowing what your space looks like, but can you condense things a little bit better, perhaps? Well, we want you, Teresa. We want you. You are not unwanted. But I get that feeling. I totally understand that feeling. I have grown up many, many years with that feeling. So can Carrie be shared? If you can get her in a room, you'll get a hug. That's all I got to say about Carrie. She's got enough love for everybody. Oh, found by chance. Yeah, my anxiety and feelings of overwhelm paralyze me. That only makes things hard. I get it. So here's my thing to that. And again, it comes down to a support system, a friend, somebody, because sometimes it isn't that person needs to do anything to help except be there as a sounding board. You know how sometimes you can just like walk into a room and you're like, I just don't even know where to start. But as you start vocalizing, maybe you start strategizing and you go, I don't know, what do you think if I put this thing over to here and I put this thing over to here? And they may not even answer, but in your head now you vocalized it. And it's like all of a sudden it becomes a lot clearer. And then you start moving that one thing and then the next thing and things start, but just a sounding board sometimes can be the best. So it doesn't have to be like somebody who can do the physical work. Get somebody there who can just help you process things through your brain. Like that can be super, super helpful. Let's see. Your daughter is your Carrie. That is excellent. You think Carrie and you would end up in jail? That's funny. Funny. You have 409,000 miles on your Dodge Durango. I have heard really good things about Dodge Durangos. I got to tell you, here's my, when I was car hunting, this is what I did. I went and I go to my mechanic and say, what car do you see the least of? Like, what car never shows up in here? And Dodge Durango was at the top of that list. So there you go. All right, I got to watch the clock. I got to leave time to pull this winner. I am going to pull another winner, and I hope you are here. We have 633 people here. So I hope the winner that I am going to draw is here. Look at you guys all stepping in and being so supportive. I just love this community. I love it. Love it. Here's the cool thing. If you watch Rosie's Closet, we shop together pretty regularly now. So you get that little behind the scenes of the niche lady. You watch Rosie's Closet, you watch Sunny Las Vegas, you watch Mikey Bags of Money. You just never know what you're going to see me doing. Sometimes I don't even know what you're going to see me doing until I watch their videos. There's a little bit in Tiffany's video this last time, Thrifting Vegas, because she went shopping with us this weekend, which was super fun. Oh, you guys are talking. So Chelsea, you have 500 square feet to work with. 500 square feet to work with. So if you, my friend, would like to send me some pictures of your space, I will take a peek and see if I see anything that like just comes to mind that might make it easier to organize that inventory. Send away, my friends, send away. So if you didn't do enough postage by accident, do you purchase another label or how does that work? So Rhonda, generally, if you haven't shipped the item yet, cancel the label and go print another label with the correct amount. That's how you would handle that. Otherwise, once it's mailed, once it's in the mail, it'll get adjusted by the post office and either you'll be charged, which is the best way for them to handle it, or your customer will have postage due on their end, which doesn't work out so good for them. They get mad at that. Oh, see how far behind I am again? See how far behind I am again? That's right. And Matt, I keep forgetting to say Matt because you guys don't really know Matt yet. Matt is my shipping manager, and he's now my extra cameraman. So that was fun. How does shipping on Whatnot work? Shipping on Whatnot, basically when you create the catalog of items that you're selling, you tell Whatnot what the item weighs. And when it's all done, so, and this is like, I hope they fix this, but basically, so a customer buys 3 things, they get charged right then when they buy it. Like you win something, you're paying for it and the shipping. The first item is the full shipping, then each additional item has a discounted rate of shipping. So that now as a seller, all I have to go do is print the labels and packing slips and just ship it. Whatnot has already handled the label. I'm just printing the label out. So it's pretty easy, but I don't like that they are overcharging customers who buy multiple things. Like I think I bought like 4 or 5 things from Vicky when she had her live sale this past week, and the shipping was $20.50. And she lives in Las Vegas, so I know it was under $10 for that shipping. So I'm not super happy about that. All right, shall I, how are your regulars responding to Whatnot? They're coming on over. They're coming on over. Like I'm very happy with the Whatnot process. And I am doing a Whatnot today at 3 o'clock. And I invite anybody who like you're thinking about Whatnot, you're not sure, like you want to be a seller on Whatnot, come watch my Whatnot sale. Just come see how the whole process works. Because a lot of times it's just the unknown that scares us. It's like, oh, I don't know what this is going to look like. And I have gone through some technical issues. I have gone through some frustrations with Whatnot, but all in all, I really love the whole concept of it and the ease of I don't have my items in my catalog yet. I will do that between the time I end this and the time I go live in an hour. I will get that put together. It'll all be there. And it's that quick. Like it's that fast for me to add those items into the Whatnot catalog. Like it's a super easy process. And then running it is all super easy. And you get to just have fun with your audience that's there. And there's no lag. So you get to chat with people and see their answers like right away. So I really like Whatnot. I'm really digging Whatnot. Yeah, you do have to follow. You can go back in and you can audit and make sure that you got everything showed as delivered and got paid. It's not a problem. It's super easy to do. You gotta be a little aware of it though. It's just like any business. You have to know the things that you need to know. All right. Don't you get scared. I wish you were a good enough bird to pick one of these out for me. I wish you could do that. But you're not quite there on the payroll status yet, are you? Are you sitting there going, that is below my pay grade? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I know. That's the kind of bird you are. All right. So I will pick this. Don't you do it. Don't you fly away. Don't you do it. I have a name in my hand right here. James and Amy Newberg. Are you here? James, Amy Newberg. Are you here watching? I hope so. I hope you see this so that you can send an email to the niche lady at gmail.com. What I need, well, I'm assuming this is your real names. If it's not your real name, let me know that. Plus, I need your email address and I need a t-shirt size. That's what I need. And I need to know if James or Amy is coming. So hopefully you are watching this and we will see you at the Boss Reseller Remix. And if I don't hear from James/Amy Newberg in like the next 48 hours, I'm going to give it 48 hours. On Wednesday, I am going to draw another name and probably do a little pop-up. Has anybody seen them here in the chat? Anybody? I'm not seeing it yet. So I am hoping they watch my lives. See, because I kind of sprung this. Probably they weren't expecting me to do this today. But I'm going to make sure somebody gets that ticket. Now, also, remember, for the virtual ticket, there's going to be a new contest for the virtual tickets. I'm going to give away 2 more virtual tickets, but the clues are going to be hidden somewhere in Wednesday and Thursday's videos. And please, please, please do not put the answers in the comment thread. Don't do that because that's not fair, because then somebody could just come read the comments and, send the email. Got to make sure we play fair. Don't put it in there. All right, I'm still looking over here. I have not seen them. Boy, I wish. What do you think, guys? Must be present to win. What do I do here? What do I do? I know I didn't announce it, but I almost kind of like want to announce a backup, but then I don't want to pull a backup winner and then have them be disappointed if James and Amy speak up. What do I do? See, I always wrestle with this stuff, but I know time's getting short too. And I want there to be time to make the plans to be here. So I might just have to pop on Wednesday for an impromptu live if these dear people do not contact me in the next 48 hours. So watch for that Wednesday. Watch for that Wednesday. Because you could still be in the running. Watch. You want me to do I don't have an email address until they email me. That's the thing. Some of you want me to do I don't want to disappoint somebody with the runner up. What do you think? You want me to pull a runner up right now? Do you want me to do it? Are you going to be totally disappointed though if then you don't win? If they're not here, they don't win. Yeah, but I didn't announce that in all fairness, they thought it was already done. Didn't know I was going to do this. You know what I'm going to do. All right. I'm going to pull the backup. And let's just go with that. Let's just go from there. This is the backup. That's what I'm thinking, Mikey. The runner-up will definitely get a virtual if the first one is claimed. That's what I'm thinking. I already said 48 hours, so I already said 48. Okay, so here is the backup winner. Sherry Strike. Are you here? Or Cherie? Is it Cherie or Sherry? Sherry Strike. Are you here? You are the backup. So you also need to email me. If the winner does not respond within 48 hours, you will get the ticket. And regardless, you will at least get a virtual ticket. How about that? No. Oh, you're right. I would have it. But in all fairness, I feel like they should watch the video to win. They should be here. They should be here live, or at least watch the replay. Don't you think? Don't you think that would be fair? Because there's so many of you who are here. I'm gonna play it that way. Must watch to win. Must watch to win. Well, that's why I'm giving it 48 hours, because they can watch the replay and still win. There we go. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. All right. I try to keep it as fair as I can. You know. All right. Oh, is it nap time for Bougie? Is it nap time? All right. Are you going to say goodbye to everybody this time? Say bye-bye. Or not. I still have so much echo in here. All right, everyone. I need to go get ready for my 3 p.m. Pacific time whatnot sale. I hope to see you over there. And watch the next few videos. They're going to be doozies. All right, everyone. Go be profitable and make it fun. We'll see you on the next one.